Alright guys, so working on an M156 motor here to replace the power steering reservoir, which has the built-in filter. First thing you're going to do is remove this hose that sits right there. It just simply pulls right out. I'll go ahead and set that down. Next thing you're going to want to do, I believe that's a 10 millimeter. You're going to remove that 10 millimeter that holds onto that bracket, which actually holds on this assembly, the actual reservoir itself. And then you're going to want to remove this hose here with this clamp. You're going to have to get a new one of these clamps. And there's also one down there, if you see it, that also has a clamp on it that you can just press in and you can reuse that bottom one. So there's two hoses. I believe one of them is for one of them is the return potentially, and the other one is the outgoing. Also, you're going to want to drain as much fluid as you can out of here before you disconnect those hoses, so that you don't have power steering fluid everywhere. Alright guys, so basically what we have is the new power steering reservoir here. As you can see, there's two hoses, just like here on the bottom side. There's going to be 2 points, one there and one there, where it will sit in the engine bay here. And then you also have that clip right here for the hose, which is actually missing. It's that hose right there. It's like a vacuum hose that runs here. Other than that, it's a original ZF part, and pretty straightforward. There's one clip here that it'll sit in, and there's also, it looks like, going to be a bolt here. Let me double check. Nope. Nope, nothing there. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's the actual filter itself inside. You can see it's on the bottom part. What's up? What's up? Hey. Hey, Keezy. Alright, back to work. But anyway, there's the filter in the bottom part as well, which is obviously a genius idea by the German engineering everyone praises. Why not make a filter external? Well, nope, they want you to get the whole assembly. Got some rain. Alright guys, so now is a good time. Take some brake cleaner. So we removed the old reservoir. This pin you just pinch together and it comes down. That other one, this one, that one, you can see how it clips in. So you just undo that clip and it'll come right off. Undo it with like a little screwdriver or some sort of pick that you have. And then now's a good time to take this area right here and just clean everything with brake cleaner, because my power steering reservoir was leaking somehow and everything here was covered in fluid. So now it's nice and clean and we can reinstall the new assembly. Okay guys, so the new reservoir is in. Now all you gotta do is fill it up with CHF, I believe 11S power steering fluid. After that's completed, you're going to want to lift the front of the vehicle, start the vehicle up, and bleed the system by turning the wheel lock to lock around 10 times. That should get all the air bubbles out, and keep checking the power steering fluid reservoir to make sure that it is always full. You never want to introduce new air into the system. Next thing I'm also going to be doing is replacing these vacuum hoses. That one goes right there to that little filter. So we're doing all these vacuum hoses, and then here's also one that ended up breaking. So we're going to replace all of these, and we have all of them here for the new ones, as well as the part number for you guys. And then you can also buy this from Mercedes. They sell it by, I believe, by the meter, so you can just buy a long tube, and that should be enough to do all of these. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Also, guys, wanted to show you, you're gonna have to buy these clips. Here's the part number for you there. Part number, and all they do is they go in between the hoses right here, and then follow that one right there. And then here is the new angle for that one, and then here's the new angle for this one right there. Okay guys, so at this point we're basically complete. Just filled the reservoir with CHF 11S power steering fluid, and washed everything off with a little bit of brake cleaner. And also what I did was I put these zip ties around here, 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 and here, because this hose, vacuum hose, it was on there like very loosely, so I don't want it to come out and have a vacuum leak code. These are all replaced, as you can see. This line here. This, by the way, you have to keep the original one. Just reuse it. It's I believe it's some sort of filter. And then it goes all the way down this way, this way, this way, and out into a new one here. And then don't forget the 10mm bolt there. So at this point, we're basically complete. That clip I actually reused, and the one on the bottom there, that one right there, I also ended up reusing. So pretty much I think we're good to go at this point. Now we just have to start the vehicle up and lift the front end just enough so the front wheels come off. And you're going to turn lock to lock. I'm going to do 20 times just to be safe, to bleed all the air bubbles out. Then open this up again, check the level, and if needed, add more CHF 11S.